everybody, hope you're all having a fantastic day. The title of this video is Coming into Harmonious Twin Flame Union and the joy and bliss of mutual recognition. Yeah, so as I said in the previous video, reconciliations are happening all over the place. Some of them are starting with the rekindling of a friendship and deepening from there. And that's very important because your friendship is the foundation for your union and exquisite romance. So how would you feel about your union unfolding into friendship first? Some people really do have the friendship bit down first, but the romance bit comes after. Other people may have got down and dirty first, and so now the friendship bit requires a little bit of work. However it unfolds for you is all okay. You're not meant to be just friends with your twin flames. Trust me, they're wildly attracted to you. They're passionately in love with you. Communicate with them in any way you like, as long as it feels like you and feels appropriate for where the relationship is at this time. Your twin flame is still you, so you can be very explicit about speaking your truth. You don't have to go through all the motions of, oh, hello, how are you, nice weather. You can go straight in and be yourself, real and authentic. And because of the climate in the world for the last year with COVID and it's made a lot of people really take a look at their lives. Things have shifted for so many people. Huge amounts of relationships have broken down. Twin flames will be moving into communication or deepening that communication, being able to work through upheaval and heal things in person. That's a great leap forward into mastery. You can't come into Harmonious Twin Flame Union until you've mastered the mirror exercise, because it means mastering in the moment when triggered, pausing, feeling one's feelings, loving oneself and moving forward. That's exactly what the collective has been working through at this time. It really is so simple, if a tad repetitive. One can't be reminded of this too often. Every time one is reminded to love themselves, it reaches a new place in consciousness. We can all have blind spots. Sometimes we walk into a new place in consciousness that we didn't know was there, but we need to bring that love in there. It's a process of needing to feel through feelings and processing them. Sometimes we're kept up at night to process because there's no distractions. Especially that's the only time there aren't any distractions, because we live in an age of information overload. So as soon as our head hits the pillow and it's quiet, there's something in consciousness that just says, now, okay. Yeah, God says, no sleep for you tonight. You have to feel this through right now. Work through it now. And that's okay too. Because what you're manifesting is your twin flame. There are lots of strands at the moment, offshoots, lots of growth, all sorts of connections emerging. You'll notice people that resonate with you will be drawn to you, noticing your vibration changing their lives. And you may notice that the circles you've been a part of the whole time, you'll notice people changing in those circles. You'll see shifts in the people who are also ascending in parallel to you. People will be deciding to make a change in their lives. They'll be saying, no thanks, I'm going to change that now. I'm going for something deeper, and taking steps towards claiming their own mastery. It may be just what they were looking for. Recognize that your twin flame's life is changing too right now. Even if you can't see it yet with the naked eye, they literally can't stay away from you, because you can't stay away from yourself. There's nothing more, no one else there. It's just you choosing to show up for yourself. Priorities have shifted with the lockdowns, but luckily for us, we were already doing an intense inner journey. You and your twin flame at the micro level are a fractal refraction of the divine at the macro level. Always communicate with your twin flame at whatever level from a place of peace and from a place of the divine in you speaking to the divine in them, the God in you speaking to the God in them. God is in all things and all people. Any aspect of you that still feels upset, that's having a feeling on its own, is still you. As above, so below. Collectively, we are the twin flame of the divine, returning home to her. We're all individual consciousnesses, but we're also part of the universal consciousness returning home. As we heal and ascend, we're returning to God, and we also heal within ourselves, gathering the fragmented parts of our consciousness and returning them to us. It's the same process. The divine is the only consciousness present with you all the time. God through everyone and everything. Your twin flame is God manifest in the physical form for you, and every touch, every word, every aspect is you relating to God physically and you relating to you, which is still God. Of course, you are not God, but you are of God. You're an extension of God. And your twin flame will be in the process of becoming more grounded. That's what they're working on to offer you right now. It's the same thing, grounding. It's been a very big theme lately. They'll be able to offer you security. You don't have to wait. Are you running a pattern of delaying your good to get more? You don't ever have to delay your good. You never get any less if it arrives on time. Is there a pattern of delaying your good to heighten the desire and get a bigger bang when it does come instead of a steady stream? You can have your good now. You deserve it now. The divine steady flow of sustainable love. Love is not disappointing. The divine gives you enough day to day. Love is ever expanding and growing. It's not all or nothing. There's no being left out or being left hanging. That may have been what manifested before, but what's manifesting now is a grounded, steady union. You can't bring union in unless you're grounded, with your feet planted in the earth. You can come into your union and go, yes, hurrah. And then there's waves and waves of love. And then the grounding period where you still feel the feeling but root it in. As I said in the last video, it's depth that will bring you together. Get really clear. Show up in any place in consciousness that still feels separate. Choose yourself in this place. Choose union. Claim yourself here. And as you do that, you open the door to divine love. The divine loves you perfectly here. You don't need the twin flame to do that. It's between you and God. It doesn't serve you to feel bad. Let God in here. It's nice to feel good. Let that steady stream of love flow in with ease and peace, knowing that God was there all along, loving you. Be aware of that. Know always that God was here. Harmonious union was always here. Come into the awareness of that. As you come into harmonious union and experience the joy and bliss you naturally do the moment you recognize them and they recognize you, and it's made manifest, you can't stay in this place of love statically. You do have to keep growing, keep evolving, keep expanding. It'll only continue to feel good if you keep moving. Flow on the river of love. Don't anchor there to stay in the stream or you start backing up. Continue to move with the feelings. It's like climbing the greasy pole. You can go slow if you like, but you do have to keep moving. It's not like a ladder where you can stop on a rung and have a rest. Keep flowing with it and don't try to stop it. Keep going deeper as you ground your union. You're always going to the next feeling and then the next. There will always be some place that doesn't feel peaceful, all the way beyond harmonious union to perfect union or full enlightenment. Connecting with the divine, internalizing, getting through to the truth, going deeper. You may find some deeper issues regarding communication. For example, feel into your throat chakra on a deeper level. There may be some sort of feeling there about communication. Is there a fear of coming forward and finding out that there's no love there? What's the source of that love? It's within. So connect within. Feel that steady stream of love there. If you want to reach out, it wouldn't be to get something. Make sure you need nothing from them. Don't drop your desire to be with them either. Know that you are with yourself. Our twin flames are us. Wanting to be with them is just wanting to be with yourself. Realize that you have the power to be with yourself and show up for yourself. Look out for the signs and synchronicities at this time. You'll find answers to your questions, and you'll find that the answer to the question in your heart will be yes. Your heart is the way. That's where the divine is. Every feeling the divine brings you about your person, your love, your feelings, your desires, you must follow that, because that is God. To deny that is to deny God. Set aside some time on a daily basis to feel your feelings. Previous relationships were a training ground. That might be something that your twin flame's experiencing right now. They're learning what they do or don't want. It's a major lesson for them there. It's just up to you to find the blocks, and you can't find them before you find them. The divine is bringing them to you in the order she needs to bring them in. As you love your twin flame as they go through their process, you'll see what holds the situation in place. You'll get a clear idea. It's normally related to undeservedness, and there's a lot of that coming up to be cleared in the collective right now. Remember, you deserve love, the harmonious union. It is the moment you claim it. It was there always. You've just been peeling back your awareness to it. The signs you get are God saying that you are on track. You're listening to your heart. You're moving towards it. When you turn away from your heart, you don't get any signs, so don't do that. We channel our twins 24/7, so whatever we're focusing on, whatever we're doing, feeling and thinking, they'll be doing similar things in their own way, especially when you come into the manifestation phase, where we know we've done a lot of work. We know they thought about us. We're not beginners. We know that the person is really, really coming through that song. You're being loved through that person in that moment. It's safe to say that the meaning you receive through the signs, cards, songs, is the meaning you're meant to receive. To deny that is to deny God communicating in your heart. See how the two are just one thing? Have you been running a pattern of unrequited love? Perhaps in past relationships. Look at your experience with the feelings of unrequited love. If this resonates, because unrequited love is a pattern that you have, then you couldn't be with your twin flame, because that would be a requited. That means, like, you can have everyone but your twin flame. Like, fuck off. No, we're not doing that. Heal the unrequited part in order to be with them, or we're doomed to be with people we don't love or who don't love us, which means anyone but the twin flame. But no, that's what's leaving. That's what we're getting rid of. That's what the collective is getting rid of. You can have your love reciprocated. There's just places in consciousness that think the love can't be reciprocated, so go into those places and heal them by bringing yourself that love there that you need there. Enjoy setting yourself free from the pattern. It may be all there is to this piece. Unpeeling patterns. It may seem strange to be happy to find this pattern, but it's bloody brilliant, because something can be done about it. It can be worked through. And this particular pattern happens to be a real bummer, so it's really good to heal it all the way through and have your love. That's why they're sitting over there, settling for less. It's the same thing. They think they can't have their twin flame. They live with the pain and they try to block it out. That's why the twin flame sometimes comes in like a rocket and you have a great time. But when it comes to going deeper, you have to go to the next feeling. And if that feeling is, I can't have real love, then that brings up problems, to say the least. But the minute we realise and they realise that the love they think they can't have, then that pattern dissolves. You can resolve and realign this all of yourself by doing the mirror exercise. Okay, everybody, I'm going to finish this message now. I really hope that you enjoyed it and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.